Lagos never stops. The city is full of life, its roads packed with yellow buses and fast walkers pushing past each other on dirty sidewalks. In this busy place lived Omotara, a woman whose beauty matched her strength. She was the kind of woman people noticed when she walked in, tall, brown-skinned with high cheekbones that showed she had been through hard times. At 32, Omotara had made a life many wanted. She owned a good shop on Allen Avenue, selling fancy clothes to rich Lagos people. She drove a nice Honda Accord, had a helper at home, and lived in a big 3-bedroom flat in Magodo with her husband Kunle and their 6-year-old son Damilare. To others, she had everything, but inside, her life was falling apart. Kunle had been acting weird for months, coming home late, making quiet phone calls, smelling like someone else's perfume. She had tried not to see these signs at first, hoping that love and their years together would keep him faithful. But when a nosy neighbor said she saw Kunle with another woman at a food place in Victoria Island, Omotara had to face facts. Her husband was cheating, and then the big shock came. One night, as they sat in their living room watching TV, Kunle cleared his throat and looked at her. "I need to talk to you," he said, his voice shaky. Omotara knew. She had known for weeks, but nothing could ready her for what he said next. "I am taking a second wife." The room got quiet. Even the sound of the fridge seemed to stop. "What did you say?" she asked very softly. "I have found someone. I want to marry her." Omotara's chest hurt. The hurt felt like it was choking her, but she held back from being sick. She looked at Damilare, who sat on the floor playing with his toy cars, not knowing that his family was breaking. "She is pregnant," Kunle went on, sounding guilty. "It's the right thing to do." Something inside Omotara broke. That night, she didn't sleep. She watched Kunle as he snored next to her, not seeing how angry she was. Hate moved through her body, almost taking over. She had given him everything, her youth, her love, her trust, and he had paid her back by cheating. He was replacing her, making her just an option. A bad thought came into her mind. If Kunle wanted another woman, if he wanted another child, she would give him pain back. Damilare always slept deeply. That night, with the moon making the room bright, Omotara picked up the pillow next to her. She stood over her son's small body, watching his chest go up and down as he breathed. One tear fell down her face as she said, "Forgive me." She pushed the pillow down. He didn't fight much. He was too small to fight against her, too trusting to think his own mother would hurt him. When it was done, Omotara stepped back, her body shaking. The room was very quiet except for her breathing. The next morning she called Kunle at work. "Damilare is sick," she lied. "He's not breathing well." Kunle rushed home, looking scared when he saw his dead son on the bed. Omotara cried loudly, holding her chest, acting like a sad mother. The doctors at the hospital said what she already knew. Damilare was gone. Kunle was very sad. He blamed himself, saying he had been too busy to notice if their son had been sick. The funeral was a mix of people, crying, and sorry words. But the truth always comes out. A week later, the test results came in. Smothering. The police came for her in the middle of the night. Kunle's screams of "How could you?" filled the house as they took her away. In court, she stood still as proof was shown against her. The maid had seen her go into Damilare's room that night. The marks on his face, the bits of the pillow found in his mouth, it was clear. Kunle stared at her from across the court, his eyes full of shock and hate. "Why?" he asked when they passed each other for the last time. She smiled, a sad, broken smile. "Because you took everything from me." The judge made his choice. Life in prison. Lagos went on, like it always does. The city forgot Omotara. The shops stayed busy, the traffic stayed bad, and new bad stories replaced hers. But in the cold walls of the prison she sat alone, always hearing her son's laugh in her head, the sound of the one thing she could never get back.